Good afternoon. Welcome to the third gallery walkthrough session of Art Fair Philippines 2022. These sessions are an opportunity for our audience to explore virtually the exhibitions offered by our participating galleries in their usual locations. We hope you enjoy them and are inspired to make an appointment and see the exhibitions live. Before we begin, a few reminders. Your audio will be muted. You have the opportunity to ask questions, which will be answered at the end of the session. So please type in your questions in the Q&A box or raise your hand virtually if you'd like. I would like to thank now our sponsors, our co-presenters, Ayala Land, BPI, Globe Platinum, our special project partner, Don Papa Rum, our education partners, the Pasay Art Gallery, Museum Foundation of the Philippines, and the Embassy of Spain in the Philippines. Today's session will include the following galleries: Art Underground, Paseo Art Gallery, Silverlens, and Strange Fruit. Thank you, and let's begin.
All right, so I think I'll be the first presenter for the third session of Art Fair Philippines Gallery Walkthrough. So there, I hope my screen is seen by all.
Yes, we can see.
Great. Okay. I would like to introduce myself first. I'm Des Imolabnan, the gallery manager of Art Underground, and early congratulations, of course, to the AFP team and all of the exhibitors who are participating. Just a brief background on what AU is. So Art Underground showcases contemporary art forms and disciplines by artists whose works reflect the Filipino experience and its potential global influence. In this 2022, we are showcasing 3 solo exhibitions by artists Erickson Arcilla, Mimi Salibio, and Paul David Magisa. So for starters, we have The Passing of Time by Erickson Arcilla. Erickson Arcilla is a self-taught artist from Quezon City. He works with oils, and he usually paints conceptual to fantasy-inspired subjects juxtaposed with surreal landscapes. And for this AFP 2022, he showcases The Passing of Time, his 7th solo exhibition with us as well, wherein he focuses on the existence of trees, examines its symbolism and how it has transcended the test of time, how we deem them as omnipotent companions throughout time, and regardless of each season, they are able to embody strength and fragility. So to give you a walkthrough of the gallery, I do encourage our viewers to visit us at AU, of course, to see this also live.
So, alisin ko yung panindigan. Mamaya, pag upuan mo, alisin ko agad.
There. Here are some of his works that are presented in his collection at AFP 2022. Some of those who follow Erickson Arcilla might be familiar with his lush leaves, but during the time of the pandemic, he wanted to explore other subject matters wherein minimalist is approach that he wanted to explore as well as an artist. So the second exhibit that we are showcasing is Softest Gravel by Mimi Salibio. Mimi Salibio is a visual artist who is based from the province of Rizal, She is currently taking up her Master of Fine Arts in UP Diliman, and she's also a teacher of fine arts as well. Mimi Salibio is an explorative artist. She is able to explore herself in oils. She even delved into sculptures, and now with AFP 2022 in Softest Gravel, we see her in full bloom with thread as her choice of medium, thread and canvas. What we see here is how she tediously, hand makes everything, and she also shares that it's a year in the making just to prepare for AFP 2022. So in her exhibition this year, she deconstructs the notion of recognizable subjects by encouraging the viewer to build his or her own interpretation based on what she is showing. So to give you a walkthrough, here's a short video that we've made. And of course, her works, hold on, there. And their last solo exhibition would be Earthen Vessels by Paul David Magisa. Paul Magisa is a visual artist based from Cavite, and he's known also because of his participations in notable art competitions. Now, people who follow him would be familiar of his geometric subject matters, but with AU, he now explores into something more serene, something more calm. That's why his focus on pots and vessels. So he wanted to look into how it has progressed human civilization through his artwork. And here is a video of his exhibition here at AU. So altogether, we have grouped the three to encapsulate subjects or themes that has transcended time and mankind civilization, whether mundane, deconstructed elements, or nature. They are somehow carriers and the contributors to different stories that echo progress. So I do encourage everyone to visit us live. We are open from Monday to Saturday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And do follow our socials. We are at Facebook and Instagram, and our website is just currently being renovated, but we'll get there. And again, a congratulatory message to everyone who has participated in AFP 2022. Thank you.
Thank you, Art Underground. Moving on to the next gallery, we would like to introduce Paseo Art Gallery. Paseo Art Gallery, sorry, your mic is on mute.
Hi, everyone. This is Bobby Abastillas of Paseo Art Gallery.
Sir Bobby, sorry, you are on mute again.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear
Us.
you.
Okay, sorry. Hi, let me repeat. This is Bobby Abastillas of Paseo Art Gallery. I'd like to congratulate Art Fair Philippines for again mounting a successful, although very difficult, virtual show. We've been a participant in Art Fair Philippines from the very start, except for last year at the height of the pandemic when we decided to lie low due to the COVID scare. But this year, even though it's online, we decided to participate because I guess it's already time for us to go back to our normal lives and to especially in the appreciation of art. Our artist featured for this year is Ray Aurelio. He is an artist from Antique. We have had featured his artworks before and in several art fairs. And I'd like to read now the short write-up on this particular exhibition. Okay. So let me just walk around the gallery now. So the title of the show is Days of Innocence. Uh, so it's a take on his defense mechanism for what's happening now. So because of all the paranoia that's happening, he decided to depict this in the form of dolls. Because dolls, as you can see, are very innocent, almost ignorant in a way. Their eyes shut, and there's practically no fear that you can see in their face in spite of what's happening. So this is his take on on the paranoia and all this fear that's happening now in the world. So let me showcase his works. Yeah. First this. So we'd like everyone to come and visit us. We are at the fourth level of Mega Mall in Mandaluyong City, Building A. Our operating hours follow the mall hours. So it's like 7 days a week. We're actually right in front of Art Center. Yes, so that wraps up our walkthrough in our gallery here in Mega Mall. So I'd like to invite everyone to come over and see the works of Ray Aurelio. And we'd like you to appreciate his take on how to cope up with what's happening in the world now. Thank you.
Thank you, Paseo Art Gallery. Next, we have Silverlens.
Hi. Sorry, I can't start my video. Start my video. There you go. Hi, everyone. Can I see the screen? Sorry.
Oh, there. Okay.
Sorry. Hi, are we live? Are we on? Why?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
Rachel.
okay. Hello. Just give me a second.
You're on.
Yeah. Give us a second. We can't see.
Okay.
The speaker is still Paseo Art Gallery.
Oh, is it? Okay. We can see you very well, though.
Thank you. Okay, we're Hi. We're here at the gallery at Silverlands for this edition of Art Fair Philippines. We are showing quite a bit of artists. We have 43 artists, and we're on our second hang. So we'll walk you. This is the entrance of the fair of the show. And so I'll walk you through and follow Isa as we go. Isa.
Hi, okay, so we are at the lobby of Silverlands. We've hung about 43 artists' works throughout all the different spaces. So our lobbies, our offices, our library, our front room, our gallery, and even our back room. So if you come visit, there's so much to see. Okay, so maybe start with these pieces by Ryan Villarreal. So they are paper sculptures on books that he has made from photographs of the city of Manila after the war. And he's built like these three-dimensional structures using paper and hardened them with scaffolding. And they're in these Japanese repurposed doll cases with mirrored backs. This is similar to the work he currently has at the CCP 13 Artists. He was awarded this year. And then we have here, this is James Clark. So James Clark is a Filipino-American artist who moved to the Philippines from Brooklyn last year. And we have here a piece, it's a light LED installation called, I don't know what it's called, but it's a bouncing box. And he uses LED light and gradations of light and a 3D printer to create this three-dimensional light sculpture, but it's actually quite flat. The important thing about James Clark is at the end of the week on Friday, we are having a big installation inaugural at the Ayala Museum, wherein he's taking a parol, a giant parol from San Fernando, Pampanga, is going to be installed in front of the Ayala Museum, and it's going to be performing every 30 minutes from 6 o'clock to 8:30, based on a choreography that he has made using words from the Lupang Hinirang, from our national anthem. So that's James. Okay, we're coming to the main space now. So throughout, since Saturday, up to yesterday, we've been hosting people. We had like 100 people here on Saturday. We're having today, so far, we've had maybe 40 or 50 people. So we encourage people to come and visit in person. So on this, I want to talk about Dina Gadia. So Dina Gadia is one of my personal favorite artists. So she works with images from books and sort of Americana magazines, and she repurposes them and she makes these collages that she paints. So we have here two pieces. So on one side you have this statue of a girl with sort of birds whispering into her ear. And then on the second painting, you have the same birds or related birds who are sort of on this landscape with, we don't know if they're clocks or they're jewels. You know, so it's very playful. 5 minutes na lang daw. Okay, so that's Dina. Just gonna walk you through the space. So this is Aaron Scenario from Indonesia. We have Maria Taniguchi, Dashiell Manny. We have Bernardo Paquin, who continuing his Beta Chain series. They're red paintings, they're very angry, very dark, very much about the pandemic, very rich. This is Isay Rodriguez, who with her cyanotypes. And then Paulo Icasas. We have Mit Jae-in, who's another personal favorite. He's an artist from Thailand who we've been representing for several years. We just opened a show of his in London last week. Then we have Jonathan Ching. And on that wall, we have Leslie De Chavez over there. Pao Martinez, irreverent as ever. Esquilio, who is having a show here in May. So watch out for that. This is Jean Paul Martin, Luis Lorenzana, Hannah Pettyjohn. The photographers, Wawi Navarroza and Gina Osterloh self-portraits. And then we have Jill Paz. We have special participation of Soler Santos, right beside an amazing Geraldine Javier portrait of artist Derek Jarman. So our selection is pretty eclectic, but we really wanted to show sort of the strength of the artists that we represent, as well as the artists that we exhibit regularly. If you don't need to make an appointment to come, just come.
We're here till Saturday.
We're here till Saturday.
The show is up till Saturday, and of course online till the 1st, I believe, for Art Fair Philippines.
Yeah, our hours are 10 to 6. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So just come visit. If there are any questions, I'm happy to answer. That's it. Any questions? Wala.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Silverlens.
Thank you also.
Next, we will be introducing Strange Fruit.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
I'm Stephanie Frondoso, curator and writer for the forthcoming photo festival Photomoto and for Art Fair Philippines, representing the photography collective Strange Fruit. Thank you, Art Fair Philippines, for continuing to support photography. Back at the link, the entire 5th floor was dedicated to photography. And for this year, our exhibit titled Parallels will open on March 28 at the Alley, Caribbean Plaza, Makati. Jeeb, play the video, please.
Can we slow down time? I guess no.
Strange Fruit is an artist collective representing a broad spectrum of photo-based works. The group promotes all genres of photography to develop a community of lens-based practitioners and educate visual literate audiences. Parallels is a presentation of recent works by photographers Reina Belia, Jess Aznar, ESL Chen, Tom Epperson, Neil Oshima, Gio Candillo, Jason Tibilan, and VJ Villafranca. The exhibit features multiple perspectives and techniques from the archives of the photography collective, which includes some of the most active visionary photographers today.
Can we slow down time? I guess now.
To keep within our time limit, this walkthrough features a selection of one work per artist. This is the work of Reina Abella. Here she captures the haunting beauty and strangeness of the sea, its ever-changing colors and textures. This picture was shot in the evening light. We see three soft bands of color, an inky black, a velvety green, and a glowing yellow, all of them pulsating like the color fields in a Rothko painting. The seascape here not only depicts what is externally viewed in nature, but also mirrors our internal consciousness, a yearning for escape and freedom from limitations, dreams and imaginations reaching for the horizon, and a strange calm and peacefulness amidst all the troubles of the world, reminding us that the earth will continue to turn with its own tides and rhythms, oblivious to the dramas of humankind. Reina Abella studied fine arts major in painting from the University of the Philippines and completed further studies in black and white photography at the International Center of Photography in New York, as well as wet plate collodion techniques in Toronto and platinum printing at the Penumbra Foundation in New York. Jess Aznar is a veteran photojournalist. His images often engage current social-political issues. This year, Aznar presents portraits within created scenographies. He states, photography doesn't necessarily represent the truth, but cannot exist without reality. The Theater of Dreams series seeks to explore these illusions. Looking more closely at the work Raquel, some of us may recognize the sculptures of artist and activist Medeo Cruz, who combines humor in making statements that ignite discourse. His wife, Raquel de Loyola, also an artist, works with live performance installation. Medeo's installations intend to reflect the aesthetics of a Filipino home. Quoting from an interview with Debbie De Vera, especially the way our elders choose images and statues that would adorn the walls and altars of our domestic spaces, signifying the things we worship, what we hold dear, and how we want to be perceived by the outside world. The symbol of the eye, which is evident throughout this scene, represents God's omnipresence for the Catholic faith. The subject's eyes are covered with objects crudely painted with eyes, an ancient ritual for the dead. The painted eyes are depicted as open, to give the dead a new set of eyes for the afterlife. Just as Aznar's photographs have been published in the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, the International Herald Tribune, Newsweek, the Washington Post, the Guardian, and other international news agencies. This work of ESL Cheng is a composition comprised of 7 images of the sky, a technique that is not immediately knowable to the viewer. Cheng moved around in a circle to complete the 7 images. He describes the creative action for this work as mystical, because once set in motion, the only control he retains is his own movement. The atmosphere's natural movement participates in the making of the final image. He experiments with techniques, but unlike many photographers who meticulously set up the scene for a pre-planned image, he operates best by chance, losing himself in the moment of creation. Next, please. Quoting Tom Epperson, sand can cause a visceral reaction within us, bringing back memories. The images are more than just a representation of sand. They aim to evoke a feeling, something with history. Somewhere along the way, we forget what it is like to be a child, to see the beauty in the simplest things of nature. This picture, Rainy Day, appears almost like 2 human shadows drawn in strokes of charcoal, when it is in fact purely a photographic image of formations drawn on the shore by wind and water. His sand series was inspired by long walks on the beach with his son, who would point out images he would see in the sand, much like how children See images in cloud formations. Next slide, please. In an interview for Art Fair Philippines 2018, Neil Oshima was quoted saying, "I prefer images that the viewer has to complete. This picture shows a type of natural material that seems to resemble sand, but behaves differently in the way it can solidify on the surface and form cracks. The title of the work reveals that we are looking at settled lahar, mud flows of ash and rock fragments resulting from volcanic eruptions. The image is removed from its historical context and the economic destruction it has caused. In fact, it appears alien, like soil from another planet or an unfamiliar land." Japanese-American photographer Neil Oshima has been based all over the world, often returning to the Philippines. His 4-decade career spans a wide spectrum of photography, both for commercial work and personal projects. At first glance, Gio Panlilio's series Lifestyle appears to be wildlife photography scenes from a safari. It takes a moment to realize upon closer inspection that the animals, although poised mid-motion, seem a little too stiff and too still. Clues appear around them, strings attached to birds' wings, or the ceiling and lights of an interior. They are in fact taxidermies, set inside scenic dioramas displayed in a natural history museum. Panlilio succeeds in evoking this feeling of delicate tension between marvel and intrigue. Ultimately, despite the specimen's lifelessness, he aims to capture mood and emotion. Gio Panlilio is the co-founder of Tarsier Pictures. Next slide. Jason Tibilan's Sub-Objects is an examination of objects through X-rays. Through this way of looking, everyday objects are transformed as almost unrecognizable, revealing instead their invisible interior dimension. Stripped of color, background, and other details, we are left seeing pure forms devoid of the object's functions and original meanings. This work, Myopside, is an X-ray image of dried squid, a Filipino staple food, the mundane, now an image of wonder. Jason is the managing partner of Shutter Space Studios and founder of Shelter Fund. And last, VJ Villafranca's personal documentary project, Barrio Sagrado, captures the peculiarities of Filipino faith and investigates how colonization and religion has shaped Filipino identity. His project highlights the pagan and pre-colonial rituals that have been exoticized and relegated as bizarre, as well as the more silent and personal spiritual quests used to appease a troubled soul. This picture, part of a series titled Oracion, refers to a Catholic devotion. A jar of water placed in front of the altars to her image, perhaps communicating to us that these religious practices have morphed and evolved from original context. VJ Villafranca has been a full-time documentary photographer since 2006 and works with international news wire agencies and publications. Thank you for joining us. We invite you to visit our exhibit opening on Monday, March 28th. Thank you.
Mas gusto mong ganyan na lang. Mas gusto mo.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for that. We actually have no questions in the chat box, but I wanted to ask, could you put everybody on the screen, please? Thank you. Okay, we just need a photograph to document. Yeah, but one question that people do ask in the other sessions is, will you allow walk-ins, especially for the enclosed galleries, meaning that they don't have to call ahead of time to make an appointment? should we expect that everybody is open to walk-ins? Yeah, is there anyone who's not? Okay, all right. So everyone, they're open for walk-ins. It just makes it easier. Oh, somebody's asking if galleries in the gallery hub have entrance fees. No, it's just like the usual gallery visit. You just walk right in. Another question. Are all the gallery exhibits open to the public after AFP? Are you extending your shows beyond April 1st? Because online, we technically end April 1st, but some of the galleries may be having the shows a little bit longer. Stephanie, until when is your show, Gallery Stephanie? I'm sorry, Art Underground, I meant.
We have yet to decide.
When you're gonna close.
Yeah. But
okay.
we, in any case, that we do receive a lot of inquiries. I mean, people are very much interested to view because they missed AFP. I think we could extend if needed.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
How about you, Bobby, for Paseo?
Hi, the show of Ray Aurelio will run up to the end of this month. And then on April 1, we start a second show, which is Enigma. It's a group show, which is also in the Art Fair Philippines website. So we invite everyone to also watch out for our second show, which will run from April 1 to April 8. It's Enigma, a group show. If you want to see the works, it's all uploaded in the Art Fair Philippines website.
Yes, please don't forget, you can check out all of these works ahead of time on the website of Art Fair Philippines, www.artfairphilippines.com. Steph, Edric, how long will your show be on at Caribbean?
It will end, our show will end when the art fair ends. And hopefully next year, the photographers can have a bigger presentation for art fair.
Yes, because that's short, because you're also opening only on Monday, right? The 28th.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, you want to see the excellent photographs, please make a stop at Caribbean. How about Silverlens? When do you end?
We end on Saturday, unfortunately, to prepare for the next round of shows. But we're open from 10 till 6 every day till then.
Yes.
And every morning, if you follow us on Instagram, we do similar to what we do here. We just did here. We're doing a walkthrough and talk about a couple of pieces in the morning, 10 for about 20 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Every morning, IG Live.
Okay.
I hope we see people in here. Yeah, also I wanted to, our next round of shows, April 7, we have Poklong Anading in our large space solo show. And in our Gallery B, we have a really sweet show of Pio Abad and Stephanie Sihuko. So Stephanie Sihuko is a Filipino-American artist who is quite important. And it's sort of a little protest show. So it's worth seeing.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's another question. Are any of the galleries open to collaborating with other international galleries who are not necessarily within the AFP sphere? I'm not sure what that means. I guess everybody's open to collaborations anytime. So just contact, the galleries whose artists or programs you're interested in, and I'm sure that they will, entertain your interest. Okay, I think that's the end of our questions. Can we have a photograph now? Danny, can you do the countdown so we can have nice smiles for everyone?
Yes. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, one more. 3, 2, 1, smile. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Nice to see everyone's work too.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you, galleries, and thank you, audience. Thanks for joining us today. And thank you so much for your effort in doing the live walkthrough. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
See you.
Bye.
Again, I'd like to thank our co-presenters, Ayala Land, BPI, Globe Platinum, our special project partner, Don Papa Ram, our education partners, Ateneo Art Gallery, Museum Foundation of the Philippines, and the Embassy of Spain in the Philippines. Our next gallery walkthrough will be at 7 p.m. later, and it will include Alterhan, that's an NFT gallery, Gaja Gallery Mayoral, which is based in Paris and Barcelona, Pinaglabanan X, Cube Gallery, and White Walls Gallery. Thank you and good afternoon.